Hey out there, Loud House Critic here. So here we are in the first Q&A of my own very channel, where some people have given me some questions about the Loud House, or at least upon myself, and I'm here to answer them. But if it's just one simple question that I can answer easily in the comment section, then don't expect those questions to actually be around in my Q&A videos. So the very first question that everybody's mind is, and seriously, everybody has been asking me this question for days, months, and even weeks, maybe even years for now. But I'm here to answer it, and that question that everybody has given me is, well, in the very beginning, when I first got my first Samsung Galaxy tablet back in 2011 in February, my passion was actually to become a famous actor in a movie or in television. I had to figure out some detail to figure out how to get there, but even though I took acting skills since 6th grade until I graduated, but somehow I wasn't gonna go in Hollywood and actually get the part that easily. So much that backfired for me. And a friend of mine actually said that I could actually get famous on YouTube and make money off of it. And I had to figure out what's something that everybody would really love. And I tried doing snowboarding and skateboard kind of videos, but somehow they weren't viewing it too much often. So some of the videos you might actually find on my channel that have the word slideshow at the bottom of the right screen are actually some old videos I actually made before I even started with the Loud House. Because you'll see videos like Phineas and Isabella, A Whole New World, Vanellope Von Sweet with Lucky 7 Samson cover. Those ones were so much old videos I started developing back in 2012 and 2013. And somewhat, I kind of been off YouTube for about 3 years for now. I was working at a job at Meyer during 2014 until somehow it ended in 2015 in December. And when the Loud House actually came on television or on Netflix, wherever people are watching them at, I didn't know what to expect for some new Nickelodeon shows because I grew up so much of the 90s. And somewhat, I gave the Loud House show a watch, and somehow I kind of liked the characters. Then suddenly, somewhat at the end of 2016 and somewhere in the mid of 2017, I went back on YouTube, and all of a sudden I went, oh my gosh, I got 100 subscribers. I've been gone for that long, and somewhat some people have managed to subscribe to me. And I started doing some videos with crossovers with the Loud House characters and still make a couple of my own music videos and karaoke's from Sing. And suddenly my brother and a friend of mine were actually we're kind of thinking about having our own kind of review channel called The Movie Nerds, where my brother would actually be reviewing hand-drawn or CGI animated features, and I would do horror movies, and my other friend of mine would actually do superhero or action flicks like Marvel movies or Star Wars. But somehow that didn't turn out too much about it for being easy for my brother, that is. And so many viewers were not even looking forward to those ones either. That was until I came up with an idea. After doing a couple of more Loud House crossover videos, I decided, since there are other people on YouTube that are actually reviewing movies so much, maybe I could actually review the Loud House. So I found this new video editing app that seems so much harmful that I've been using for the past year, ever since I started my Loud House Critic career in 2018 on December 7th. And I did that first one with Left in the Dark and tried to see how things would turn out, because I feel like so many people were interested in the Loud House and not anything else I would actually post on the video that I love doing. And almost without the month of December, I started doing more Loud House reviews, and these were earlier ones too. So after Left in the Dark, I did it with Get the Message, A Tattler's Tale, Fool's Paradise, Heavy Metal, and then One of the Boys. And somewhat at that point, people were starting to comment on that video on One of the Boys, and someone asked me to do White Hair, and I said, looks like from this point on, there's no going back now, so I continued to actually do a couple of more Loud House reviews. So I did 11 Louds of Leapin' during Christmas week, and I posted that one on Christmas Eve day. That was the reason why I didn't do a Loud House episode that day last year. And then after that episode, then I did White Hair, and then suddenly I started to figure out, wait a minute, I gotta do something with the Loud House. I gotta schedule it on a simple day and a simple time for it, because somehow I can't keep this up for it. I can't even keep this up for doing every other 3 days of putting a Loud House review, because I got a job now, and I gotta really focus on that while I'm actually focusing on my Loud House Critic career. So I went like Wednesday, Nostalgia Critics that day, Animat does Friday, and there's always that Saturday morning acapella Mr. Doobs on Saturday, and there are other reviews that do Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So I said, wait a minute, why not I do Thursday? I couldn't do it at midnight because it was New Year's Eve that day. So I said, why not at 1 o'clock? And I put it that way because there's so many people up late at night. And then I moved forward with House Lies, Pipe Dreams, Garage Band, Head Pose Anxiety, Everybody Loves Lenny, Making the Case, L is for Love, Change of Heart, Save the Date, Rita Her Rights, No Such Luck, No Spoilers, Frenzy, April Fool's Rules, Fool Me Twice, Stage Plight, No Laughing Matters, Come Sail Away, Leonard Takes All, A Novel Idea, Pet Peeve, and then Party Down. And don't worry, I'm gonna actually revisit those episodes sometime sooner or later. And then I started doing some researching online to actually get real professional and actually make people know what I'm actually telling them. Because not only the thoughts of an episode comes from the fandom, but it actually comes from some of the people in the Nickelodeon studio who actually worked on the show. I did that beginning with Study Muffin until present from this day. And somehow I knew doing some simple reviews wasn't actually going to be good enough for the actual public audience on social media. So during season 2, I had to think big to actually change my introduction for my reviews and actually have a few guest stars actually come and actually review a Loud House episode with me. Even change up the scale rate a bit. And then when someone actually asked me to review a Casa Grande episode, I said, I'm not gonna actually have a chance to actually review Casa Grandes because so much I'm into the Loud House more than the Casa Grandes. And I had to think to myself, I need an actual female star to actually do the Casa Grande episodes because it actually centers around Ronnie Ann, while the Loud House actually more focuses on Lincoln. Because if I have a female that does a Casa Grande episode, some people will actually get the message and will actually understand. So I managed to find my female Casa Grande critic, and before she can even start in the Casa Grande episodes, I actually got to have her make a debut with me in a certain episode, which I'm still looking forward to trying to post online. And she still has to graduate high school. But anyway, this is how likely I became the Loud House critic myself. And plus, to actually say something to everybody else, it's not the money I'm actually looking for and actually earning. It's more the hearts I'm actually capturing out here. Because I actually feel like I'm actually doing so many people's desires whenever they request a Loud House episode to me. I actually mention them anytime when I review a Loud House episode to make sure that they actually get mentioned, that they actually requested the episode to me. Because I'm more about fun, enjoyment, and entertainment to everybody, even out in public. I just like to see everybody feel so good about themselves, because it's so much about positivityness in this tired world, to not let a single gray cloud get in your way no matter what, or how bad it gets for you in life. And plus, I really enjoy the Loud House. As much as I like to enjoy Marvel and horror movies, even Disney films. And this just about covers the actual question that everybody's mind. And I hope I answered it for all of you guys, because let me tell you, this is how it exactly happened. And I'm still looking forward to actually reviewing more Loud House episodes and doing more editorials and Q&As, even a bit of Loud House short reactions. Thanks for listening and understanding. Hear my voice next time on another Loud House Critic Q&A.
Then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blow.